Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I have another theatre vlog for you. So today I am heading out to the Palace Theatre in Manchester to see Hamilton on its first ever UK tour. Today happens to be press night, so I managed to get some cheap seats. So I'm actually sat on, it's sort of the front row on the side, so I'm on row BB. There is a row AA, which is at the very front of the stage. I'm at the side of the stage, so there's no one going to be sat in front of me, so I'm going to have a really good view. And I only paid £45 for those tickets. Any other night those are like £82 tickets. I think some nights are even £92, so I got a really good bargain going on press night. It's going to be very busy though. It is a sold out show. There's not a single seat left, so it is going to be busy, and I don't like it when it's busy. But luckily I'm sat at the front, there's no one in front of me, I'm on the aisle row, so I should be okay. I shouldn't feel too squashed and claustrophobic. I should have plenty of space where I'm sat. So I'm really looking forward to it. I've never seen Hamilton before other than on Disney Plus. I have to admit I didn't really enjoy the one on Disney Plus. I got a bit bored and I fell asleep. I'm hoping seeing it live it's a lot better. I think it will be. I've heard quite good reviews of it from people that have already seen it, and it should be really good. So obviously I'll give you a review of the show when I get home. I'm going to get the tram there. I'm going all by myself today as well. Lawrence is working, but we are going again for Lawrence's birthday. We're going to sit at the back of the stores, so I'll be able to see what the difference is when we go next time. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this little theatre vlog. So it's now 6:15. I'm just at the tram stop waiting for the tram. It's due in about 2 minutes, so it's not got too long to wait. So I've just got off the tram at St Peter's Square. It's about 6:30. I got here a lot earlier than I expected. And they've got all the Christmas lights up now. There's the big Santa. And there's the bauble there. So I'm just going to walk up to the theatre quite early, but I should be able to get in. I think it opens at 6:30, so I should be able to go in. And there might be a queue to get in actually, with being press night being full. So yeah, we're going to go and see how busy it is. Okay, so I'm just walking up to the theatre now. I think I'm going to cross over and take some pictures before I head in first. But it's just here. Okay. So I think there is a queue to get in. But like I said, I'm going to go across and take some pictures first before I head in. Okay, so this is the box office, but I've got an e-ticket, so I'm just going to find where the queue is and head in. So I've just come to find a little quiet space to film, but I'm inside now. It is very busy. Cameron Macintosh is in the foyer. I think I filmed them to get a picture of him. But yeah, it's very busy. I think they're expecting quite a lot of celebrities and stuff tonight. So yeah, apparently programs are on everyone's chair, because I asked about buying one, so everyone gets a program tonight, so that's good. Bought a magnet, no idea how much it was, I just bought it. But yeah. Okay, so I'm sat in the stalls today, so I'm going to come down here because it's far too crowded up there for me. So I'm going to come down here. Hopefully it won't be as crowded, but it probably still is crowded. But yeah, come down. It should be opening soon. It's 7 o'clock. See how crowded it is down here. I think it is open. So they do have a merch stand down in the store section as well, so it is busy upstairs. And come down here, though this one doesn't seem open today. Okay, so I'm on row BB, which is just here. Okay, so I'm now in my seat. I'm on row BBC number 31, and this is my view. So it should be a good view to zoom out. So we all got programs on our chairs today, with it being press night, and the programs look really good quality actually as well. Very nice. So I think there's still 20 minutes till the show starts, but yeah, can't wait. Okay, so it's now the interval and it is amazing. It is so good. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it is, but yeah, really enjoying it. And obviously I'll tell you all about it when I get home, but so far it's really good. Okay, so I'm just heading back to my seat now. Just at the front. I think there's another like 10 minutes left for the interval. Oh, there we go. There's the set. Okay, so the show has finished now. It was so good. Really, really enjoyed it. But I need to rush to get the tram now to get the kids to bed, so I'll get back to you now once I'm home. Okay, so I'm just at the tram stop now, waiting for the tram, but that was such a good show. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, but it was really, really good. Lawrence is going to love it, I think, when he goes. Obviously, I'll give you a full review when I get home. I managed to get a programme for my mum and dad. There was loads left on the floor on the way out, so I thought I'd grab one for them. Yeah, I got ages yet. There's 8 minutes till my tram, so I'm just going to wait here. Hi, so it's probably been about a week since I went to see Hamilton at the Palace Theatre in Manchester, so I thought I'd better give you a little review of it. So I went to see the show on Tuesday the 21st of November, which happened to be the show's press night slash its official opening night. So I wasn't invited to the press night. I did buy my ticket, but for the press night some of the tickets had been reduced, and I actually managed to get a front row ticket for just £45. So that seat where I was sat on usually goes for about £92, between £80 and £92 depending on what day you go and see the show. So it was a good idea to go on that day, because I wouldn't have been able to afford that seat any other day. So I was really glad I was able to get a ticket for press night. Plus the atmosphere at press night was just electric. It really, really was. It was such a great night. I'm so glad I got to go on press night, because it was just fantastic. And yeah, I think there was a lot of the cast, friends and family there, and there was lots of celebrities there. Not that I'd notice any celebrities, because I don't really watch any TV. I don't really know any celebrities, so I could be sat next to a celebrity and I wouldn't know. In fact, I think I have been sat next to some in some shows and I've not known. So yeah, I'm not really well up on celebrities, but I did notice Cameron McIntosh. Him I did notice. I do know who he is, and he was there. He was giving an interview. I think I might have got him on camera, but yeah, I did notice him. He was there for the press night. So there was a lot of merch for the show. I'm not sure, I think it's all the same merch that you can get for the West End. I don't think there was anything new. I think it was all the same. So they had hoodies, t-shirts, water bottles, mugs, candle, key ring, pin badges, magnets, which I did buy actually. I did pick up a magnet, which is here. I think this was £7. It was £7. But yeah, there was lots of merch. I think there was beanies, caps, loads of stuff. There was also a souvenir brochure and a programme. So I did get a programme. These are usually £5.50, but because it was press night, these were on everyone's chairs as you went in, so I didn't actually have to pay for my programme, which was good. These were gifted to everyone that was there at press night, and I actually managed to pick up a second one for my parents, because they were going to see the show. Because as I was leaving, I usually wait till the end till everyone's out before I leave, and when I came out there was loads of programmes on the floor, like loads that people had just left, so I picked another one up for my parents as well. So yeah, those are usually £5.50 for those, which is actually not a bad price, because the quality of this is fantastic. I know I sometimes moan about the quality of the programmes from the Palace and Opera House, but this one is very high quality, definitely worth the price. So like I said, for this show I was actually sat on the front row. So I was in the stalls and I was sat on row BB, which was on the left hand side of the stage on the aisle, and the view was excellent. Really enjoyed my view from there. I don't think it was obstructed at all. I could see everything on the left and everything on the right hand side. So yeah, I didn't miss anything and the view was excellent, and I was so happy to have only paid £45 for that seat because it was great. I absolutely loved sitting there. I had loads of space. I didn't feel claustrophobic at all, because that sometimes is my worry when it's a full theatre. I do feel really squashed and quite panicky sometimes if I'm in a massive crowd. But because I was sat at the front row, I had massive space in front of me, I had space at the side. It just felt really comfortable. So it was a perfect place for me to sit, really. So I really enjoyed that seat. So if you don't know anything about Hamilton, which I think most people do know about Hamilton, because it is on Disney Plus. You can actually watch it on Disney Plus. They recorded the Broadway version of it, so you can actually watch it on there. Now, before I went, I did actually watch it on Disney Plus when it first came out, I think. And to be honest, I didn't enjoy it. I found it quite boring and I actually fell asleep. And I think it's because I always struggle with sung through musicals. I've always struggled with them. I've always struggled to follow them. I don't know if it's anything to do with the fact that I'm dyslexic and I just struggle with most forms of communication, and I don't know, I just always struggle with sung through musicals. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy it when I watched it on Disney Plus, and like I said, I think I fell asleep because I got bored. However, not the case for this. Seeing this live, it was absolutely fantastic. It was really good, and the energy of the cast on stage, it was just electric. The whole atmosphere on that day was just electric, and it was just fantastic, and I definitely did not fall asleep. It was really good. So anyway, like I said, if you don't know much about Hamilton, I will just tell you a little bit about it. So Hamilton is a sung through biographical musical based on the 2004 biography Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow. So the musical's music, lyrics and book have all been written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and he actually also starred in the show on Broadway. He was in the original Broadway cast, and if you do actually watch it on Disney Plus, he is the one playing Alexander Hamilton. So the musical follows the life of Alexander Hamilton, who was one of the founding fathers of the United States of America. So Hamilton was an immigrant from the West Indies who, during the American Revolutionary War, became George Washington's right-hand man. Hamilton then went on to marry Eliza Schuyler, who was the daughter of a rich New Yorker, and he then started a family with her. So when George Washington became president, he hired Hamilton as the Secretary of the Treasury, and so Hamilton helped to shape the country's financial and political systems. So later in his life, Hamilton ended up having an affair and was later blackmailed by the woman's husband into giving him money to keep quiet. So when Hamilton was later accused of embezzling government funds, to prove this wasn't true, Hamilton confessed to his affair by writing the Reynolds pamphlet in the hopes of salvaging his political career by proving he wasn't corrupt. However, it ruins his reputation and damages his relationship with his wife Eliza. So one day when Hamilton's son Philip hears some people disrespecting his father, in an attempt to defend his father's reputation, he challenges them to a duel, and this results in Philip being fatally wounded, and he does actually die. So the death of their son leads to a reconciliation between Hamilton and Eliza. So Hamilton and Eliza then try and live a bit of a quieter life, but in 1800 Hamilton actually endorses Jefferson in the US presidential election. This results in further animosity between Hamilton and Burr, which results in Burr challenging Hamilton to a duel where Burr ends up fatally wounding Hamilton, and Hamilton dies. So that is your basic story of Hamilton. It's quite a long story, there's quite a lot in there, it's quite a long musical, but that is the basic story of Hamilton. The music in Hamilton is excellent. All the songs have been so well written. Lin-Manuel Miranda has done such an excellent job with all the songs in this. There's quite a few different styles. It takes from like hip hop, R&B, soul, and also like classical musical theatre type songs as well. But there's so many great songs in this show. I don't think I can pick a favourite. I really love quite a few of them. Like I love My Shot, The Room Where It Happens, I love Satisfied. Burn's also a really good song. So yeah, there's some great songs in this musical. Like I said, they've been so well written, and yeah, the music is really, really good in the show. So the set for this show is quite simple actually. It consists of like a single backdrop which features bricks and wooden sort of scaffolding, which is augmented with rope, and there's minimal props and minimal moving parts. I think the only parts of the set that move are the stairwells, and also they've got a turntable as well. But although it's simple, it does look very impressive, and it's actually used really well. The whole set gets used really well. It has 2 levels, but both levels are used to the full. There's always people on both levels, there's always something going on, so it is used really well, and like I say, it does look very impressive in person. However, I think the set is exactly the same as like what you see on the Broadway recording on Disney Plus, or if you went to the West End. The set isn't any different, it looks exactly the same. From pictures that I've seen, it's pretty much the same, but like I said, it does look really impressive in person. So the costumes for the show are really good. I really enjoy the costumes. It's a lot quite colourful, and they're also in keeping with the time period in which the show is set. I really enjoy the ensemble's costumes. They're all in like neutral colours, and they're wearing sort of like leggings with like a waistcoat type shirt, and they just look really smart. I just really like that look. I think it's really effective, and I think they stand out quite well. So yeah, I really like the ensemble's costumes. So I have to say the cast for this UK tour is absolutely phenomenal. They just absolutely blew me away, and I thought the ensemble cast for this show were just outstanding. They were so full of energy, so full of life. They just gave it their all, and you could really tell they were having so much fun on stage. So the ensemble cast for the show were just fantastic. As for the principal cast were outstanding, and the casting for this is just amazing. They've done so good with the casting for this show. So playing Hamilton, we had Shaq Taylor. Now I've seen Shaq before in Beauty and the Beast, and he was really good in that, but he is outstanding in this. And he's really made the character of Hamilton his own. He had charm, he had charisma, and he gave a really confident performance as well. And his voice is just fantastic. And he delivered the rapping lyrics with like such ease and with clarity. I could understand everything that he was saying really clearly, and I just thought he did an excellent job. Then we had Sam Olatunde as Aaron Burr, and I thought he gave a really nuanced performance. And his rendition of The Room Where It Happened blew me away. He was absolutely fantastic in that song. Really enjoyed his performance of that. Next we had Charles Simmons, and he delivered a really strong and confident performance as George Washington, and I thought he did a really good job. We then had Daniel Boyes as King George III, and he was fantastic. His comic timing was excellent, and he was just hilarious. We then had Aisha Jawando as Angelica Schuyler. She was fierce and feisty, and her voice is just to die for. And I loved her rapping in Satisfied. I thought she just did an excellent job. I really enjoyed her performance as Angelica. We then had Maya Brito, who gave an absolutely outstanding performance as Eliza Schuyler, or Eliza Hamilton. And she was really able to show both the character's strength and vulnerability. And her vocals again were just to die for. And I really loved her rendition of Burn. It was such a lovely song. I just really enjoyed it. So one of my favourite performances of the night came from Billy Nevers, who played Lafayette and Jefferson, and he was just outstanding. He really made both those characters his own, and he had such energy and sass, and he just owned the stage with it. He really did. His comic timing was fantastic, his French accent was really good, and he also had an amazing voice. I just thought he was brilliant. He was just really sassy, and I don't know, he just gave it he just had such attitude, really good attitude, and I loved it. I thought he was amazing. So different to the character that I saw on Disney Plus when I watched it. He just really made the character come to life. I just thought he was absolutely excellent. Loved his take on those characters. So now is probably a good time to go through the programme, and then I can show you the cast, and we can also see what other things have been in case you might have seen them in something else. Okay, so here is the programme. So this is your normal size A5 programme, but this is on really thick glossy paper. A lot of the programmes from the Palace and Opera House are really thin paper that rip really easily, but this is really high quality. So as usual in the front you got a bit of information on the Palace Theatre, and it just tells you some upcoming shows to the Palace and the Opera House. We then have some information on the Palace. Like I said, I always enjoy having this bit of information. It just tells you a bit about the actual theatre. I think it's really nice to have. You got a couple of pages there. Then you have some adverts for some upcoming shows, and then we get on to the Hamilton stuff. So here we have an article about the real Alexander Hamilton. We then have a history timeline that goes across a few pages. There's a few rehearsal shots here. And then we have the cast list. So I have gone through a few of these cast members, but I'll just quickly go through it. So Alexander Hamilton is Shaq Taylor. Aaron Burr is Sam Oladenidi. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Eliza Hamilton is Maya Brito. Angelica Schuyler is Aisha Jawando. George Washington is Charles Simmons. Marquise de Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson is Billy Nevers. Hercules Mulligan and James Madison is K.M. Drew Boateng. John Lawrence and Philip Hamilton is D'Angelo Jones. Peggy Schuyler / Maria Reynolds is Gabriella Benedetti. King George is Daniel Boys. Alternate Alexander Hamilton is Jonathan Hermosa Lopez. Philip Schuyler / James Reynolds / Doctor is Kieran Dixon Bassey. Samuel Seaboos is Harry Robinson. Charles Lee is Anthony Murray Drogan. And George Ecker is Simon Beckett. And then you have your ensemble here, your standbys, swings, and your understudies. Here you've got the production team, the orchestra, and then you've got your musical numbers. So in Act 1 you've got Alexander Hamilton, My Shot, The Story of Tonight, The Schuyler Sisters, Farmer Refuted, You'll Be Back, Right Hand Man, Helpless, Satisfied, Wait for It, Stay Alive, 10 Dual Commandments, That Would Be Enough, History Has Its Eye on You, Yorktown, Dear Theodosia, Non-Stop. And then in Act 2 you've got What Did I Miss, Take a Break, Say No to This, The Room Where It Happens, Schuyler Defeated, Washington on Your Side, One Last Time, The Adams Administration, Hurricane, The Reynolds Pamphlet, Burn, Blow Us All Away, It's Quiet Uptown, The Election of 1800, Your Obedient Servant, The World Was Wide Enough, and Final. And then you have your cast biographies. So we have Shaq Taylor as Alexander Hamilton. Obviously I've already told you about his performance, but his theatre credits include Beauty and the Beast at the London Palladium and the National Tour. So I saw him in that and he was really, really good. He's also played Rex in Hex at the National Theatre. He's played Herod in Jesus Christ Superstar at the Open Air Theatre. And he's done quite a lot of stuff. And it also says here that Shaq is currently the face of IKEA in the UK and Ireland. So I think I've seen the advert actually that he's in for that. It's sort of like where he's showing you around his house. So yeah, you might have seen him in that. So then we have Sam Oladenidi as Aaron Burr. And he's been in Assassins at the Chichester Festival Theatre. He's been in Come From Away at the Phoenix Theatre. He's been in A Christmas Carol at the Dominion Theatre. Prince of Egypt's original West End cast. He's been in Cinderella, UK premiere at Cadogan Hall. Been in the Book of Mormon. And he's also been in a Hamilton original West End cast. So he has actually been in Hamilton before. I don't know if he played the same part, but he has been in the original West End cast. We then have Gabriella Benedetti, who played Peggy, Schuyler and Maria Reynolds. Her theatre credits include Cabaret at the Playhouse Theatre, Legally Blonde in the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, and Carmen Diaz in Fame. So we then had KM Drew Boateng. He played Hercules Mulligan and James Madison. His theatre credits include Scroogelicious, Five Guys Named Mo, The Colour Purple, Motown the Musical, and a few other things there as well. We then had Daniel Boyes, who played King George, and his theatre credits include Falsettos, The Boys in the Band, Miss Atomic Bomb, Spamalot, Ordinary Days, Wolf Boy, Avenue Q, Grease, Rent, Sweeney Todd, and those are some things he's done. So we have Maya Brito, who played Eliza Hamilton. Her theatre credits include Hamilton West End, so she has been in Hamilton before. Again, I'm not sure if she played the same character or not. I'd have to look that up, but she has been in the West End of Hamilton. She's also been in The Magician's Elephant, Tokyo Rose, Beyond the Circle, Becoming Angela, and those are some things that she's done. We then had Jonathan Hermosa Lopez, and he's the alternate Hamilton. His credits include Bernardo in West Side Story, Grease, and Joseph and Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. We then have Aisha Jawando playing Angelica Schuyler. She has been in Tina, the Tina Turner musical. Jill in Jack and the Beanstalk. She was in the original London cast of Beautiful. She's been in the Book of Mormon. And she's also been in The Lion King at the Lyceum Theatre. So we then had D'Angelo Jones, who played John Lawrence and Philip Hamilton. His stage credits include the ensemble in Hamilton at the Victoria Palace, and he's also been in ensemble in The Bodyguard. So we then had Billy Nevers, who played Lafayette and Jefferson. So his theatre credits include Groundhog Day at the Old Vic. He played Francois in & Juliet at the Shaftesbury Theatre. He's played ensemble and first cover Emmett in Legally Blonde at the Regent Park's Open Air Theatre. He played Cuthbert in the original cast of & Juliet at the Shaftesbury Theatre and at the Manchester Opera House. So I think I actually saw him in that when he was at the Manchester Opera House. I think I do remember him in that. He's also been in Jesus Christ Superstar at Barbican and quite a few other things as well. We then had Charles Simmons as George Washington. His theatre credits include George Washington in Hamilton in Hamburg. He's played Richard Bullock, Ike Turner in Tina the musical in Hamburg. So that's his theatre credits. Simon Beckett played George Ecker and ensemble. So his theatre include Back to the Future at the Adelphi Theatre, Levi / dance captain, Everybody's Talking About Jamie. He was a dance captain in Motown the musical, and he's also been in Flashdance the musical. And then we had Taylor Bradshaw, who was ensemble. Keltis Chan was a swing. Karen Dixon Bessie, ensemble. Kiera Demani was a swing. Yessie Garcia, swing. Levi Harold Johnson, ensemble. Honey Joseph, ensemble. Ahmed Jr. Kemalia, standby. Richard Logan, swing. Boona McCary Najee, swing. Mia Malarkey, ensemble. Anthony Murray Strawn played Charles Lee / ensemble. Kieran Patel was a swing. Lizzie Reed, ensemble. Alice Reddy, ensemble. Harry Robinson played Samuel Seabury and ensemble. Phoebe Samuel Gray was a swing. Jasmine Jia Young Shen, standby. Samantha Schumer, ensemble. Michael James Stewart, standby. Reese West, swing / co-dance captain. Jack Whitehead, swing. And Sean Yeo, swing. And then here we have some rehearsal shots. And then we have the creative team's biographies. You've got the producers' biographies. You've got some more rehearsal shots. And then you've got some adverts for some other shows. I think are these Cameron Mackintosh shows. You've got Les Mis and you've got Phantom of the Opera. And then you've got a advert for Matilda. It shows shows you some of the Hamilton merch that you can get. You've got some information about the Ambassador Theatre Group, booking and venue information, advert for Little Moons, and that is your Hamilton programme. So I think that's a really good programme for £5.50. I think that is definitely worth the money, and I would definitely recommend picking that up. So I would say the UK tour of Hamilton is absolutely fantastic. It's definitely a 5-star show. It's just been so well cast. It's definitely a show you just can't afford to miss. You definitely need to be in the room where it happens, and you definitely need to go and see this show. It was fantastic. Probably one of the best shows I've seen, I think. It's just, the cast definitely make this show, I think. The cast is just, like I said, it's been so well cast. Everyone is just perfect for the roles, and I just really enjoyed it. And luckily I am actually getting to go and see it again, because we're going to go and see it for my husband's birthday on the 6th of December. So I do actually get to go and see it again, which is great. But yeah, like I said, everyone needs to go and see it. It's absolutely amazing. It's on at the Manchester Palace Theatre until Saturday the 24th of February. So there's still lots of chance to go and get a ticket. I'd also say keep looking, because I think they are reducing the single seat tickets when you get closer to the time. So if you don't mind going on your own, have a look out and see if you can get cheap tickets, single seat tickets, maybe a week before you want to go. I'd say try that if you want to get some cheaper tickets. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. There's not much more I can say. It's definitely a 5-star show, and everyone needs to go and see it. So it is on the UK tour, so it is actually going to some other venues after this. I think the next one might be Edinburgh after this, I'm not quite sure, but I will link down below the where you can get tickets for the Manchester shows, and I'll also link down below Hamilton's official website, and it will list where it's going to on its UK tour. So I'll link all that down below for you. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little theatre vlog and review. If you do enjoy theatre vlogs and reviews, then do consider subscribing to the channel, because I do lots of those on this channel. And if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you'll be notified as soon as a new one goes up. There are so many amazing shows coming in the new year. I haven't bought tickets for any of them yet, but I definitely will be. There's some really good shows coming to Manchester. There's the world premiere of Burlesque coming to Manchester next year, which as soon as I've got the money for, I'm going to buy tickets, because I do not want to miss that, because that's one of my favourite films, and I'll love to see that as a show. So yeah, there's lots of good theatre coming next year, so there should be lots of new content on my channel. So yeah, like I said, if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.